PM pieces here. So we have.
Where is our hero, Chris?
Yeah, I'm trying his number, sir. Shaurya has joined in.
Hello.
Harsh,
Hello.
have you played the role of Sa before? Anyone who has played the role of Sa before?
Yeah, I have done before.
So you have played the role of Sa, na Harsh?
Yeah.
So if Seema ma'am allows, then can we start?
Sure.
Yes, Krishnesh is just joining in. Once he joins in, we can begin. Anurag.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Madam President, can I be standing in Sajina terms? Yes. Sajina terms is not in sound.
Yeah, and Anurag has requested Harsh.
Yeah, I mean, Krishnesh, please do it. Means I'll just take 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, please, thank you.
Got it, got it. I am starting then.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. How are we today? Today is going to be one of those days where we are going to be a tight-knit family trying to encourage one of our very own to one of these advanced level projects that will require all of us to be attentive and do as much listening and interaction as possible. Today's session is a special session, and we met yesterday and we meet again today. We all know how difficult it is to deal with situations which come upon us, even though we have planned so well for it. But being a Toastmaster is all about how we manage to get out of that situation. Some part of this meeting will be dedicated to this message, but the Toastmaster of the day will obviously have other plans. That being said, this meeting will be taken forward by someone who's my go-to person whenever I'm in a dilemma. And it's not just because I hold the coveted post of VP Education in this club. It is also because I recognize experience and talent when I see it. And every time I look at our president, Toastmaster Seema Ramesh, that is what I see. A wise head who is always eager to listen and help with coming up with a solution to whatever problem you may have. Not just me, not just for our club members, but also for Toastmasters across Calcutta, and in other regions. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Seema Ramesh, our president, to take over the virtual stage and take this meeting forward. Madam President, stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And a huge round of applause, please, for the stand-in Sergeant at Arms, who is essentially the Vice President Education of our club, as you all know. And I think the Sergeant at Arms role suits you very well, Krishnesh. You're doing a great job in introducing and encouraging everybody. That's a very, a very proper characteristic of any Sergeant at Arms to set the meeting tone. So a huge round of applause, please, for the Sergeant at Arms, stand-in Sergeant at Arms. Thank you so much, Krishnesh, for doing this impromptu. I welcome you all on this Sunday afternoon to the 18th chapter of VirtuoMasters Club, a special meeting today. And this occasion, in fact, reminds me of a close-knit, large family type of a lunch, late lunch siesta on a Sunday afternoon. Now, this is not our regular timings, but then since we are in the virtual medium, we are taking advantage of it as much as possible so that we can conduct meetings to suit the requirements of our members. And as Krishnesh has mentioned, this is one special meeting and has got very valuable evaluators here for the meeting, but then I will let the Toastmaster of the day and the general evaluator do the needful. So today I do not think that we have any guests, except that I would like to recognize the past division director, who is also a member of our club, DTM Satyadip Basu, as well as Kolkata Toastmasters Club, one of the very prominent members over there, Toastmaster Shaurya Roy. Welcome, Shaurya, to our meeting. I know you are playing a role, but then I need to do my formalities as well. Today, one thing I was reading last night, in the, at a time when I tried to scroll through all the WhatsApps, there was this message sent to me by one of my very close friends. Something to do about making mistakes, something to do about learning from mistakes, and something to do about hoping to better ourselves in mistakes. And immediately nowadays, I have this habit, I don't know when it really began, I try to relate everything to Toastmasters. And it gets pretty boring for my family when I try to say that, but I think my Toastmasters family will definitely understand when I say that making mistakes is a very, very human factor. It's a human nature to make mistakes. And realizing our mistakes is a very, what can I say? It's a very godlike godlike type of understanding from a human being when you realize your mistake. And the best part of that is once you realize your mistake, you will make sure that you do not want to repeat that mistake in the future. This is exactly what we do at Toastmasters ourselves to make us better Toastmasters in becoming better communicators as well as leaders. As we move forward, I would like to invite a person who is going to connect this meeting together, keep the flow going. He's known as the Toastmaster of the Day, or MC, Master of Ceremonies in local language, so to speak. But Toastmaster of the Day sounds very formal, and it is indeed true because the Toastmaster of the Day is the person who is literally the Toastmaster. He's going to be everything that a meeting is going to include in. Now, this gentleman Toastmaster is fairly new, very, very young, a toddler basically in Toastmasters, but he has grown immensely and he wants to do it. He's a classic example of a person who wants to improve, and I'm going to do no matter what to improve. And you will see for yourself as a Toastmaster of the Day, and he's completing his speeches also very meticulously. So with a huge round of applause, please help me welcome the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Harsh Gupta. A huge round of applause, please. You can unmute yourself for a few seconds for this.
Thank you, Madam President, and welcome to this amazing Toastmaster session of VirtuoMasters Club. It gives me an immense pleasure to be the Toastmaster for the day. Extra. What do we mean by the word extra? Is it something that we want more, or is it something that we want less? Now, I will surely answer this question, but before that, I would like to share a small incident with you. It was back in 2002 when I first boarded an airplane. The thought of watching the city from the skies was so enticing that I told my parents that we should reach the airport at least 3 hours early. I remember of not being able to sleep the night before. We did reach early, and after all the formalities, I just roamed around the airport watching all the flights take off and land. This is how I, or probably most of us, used to do. Presently, today, there are two ways of catching a flight. Now, if you are a regular traveler, then chances are high that you belong to the first category. That is, getting stressed at the pace of the traffic, asking the driver to drive a little faster, thinking of jumping the signals, repeatedly glancing at your watch, rushing into the airport. In every queue, from baggage scanning to check-in to security, trying to jump the queue and explaining everyone that you are running late for your flight. Walking a little faster to begin with, and then maybe even running to make it. A tense face, yet managing a smile for every attendant to make a case for yourself. And finally, you barely make it to the flight. The second way is to leave for the airport early and give yourself extra 10 minutes. You might notice that whenever we go out on an official tour or when we have an important meeting at work, we often run late. What happens after that? The first thing that we say when we enter is, "Oh, I'm sorry, there was so much traffic on the way." Well, we start our conversation on a negative note. We already gave up the upper hand now, and now we need to make up for it. It is us who takes all these decisions for ourselves. Difficult decisions of what is more valuable to us. Giving yourself 10 minutes extra or to explain everyone why you couldn't be on time. Difficult decisions are often good decisions. 10 minutes extra would sound foolish to begin with, but it is the only antidote to the present day neurosis. 10 minutes extra will ensure that we do not book an appointment with crisis. 10 minutes extra means my heart can slow down by 10 counts so that I can live 10 years extra. Moving forward, every Toastmaster session is extra special in its own way. However, the format remains the same. The first section would be the prepared speech section, where the speaker would deliver a mentored speech as per the objectives of the chosen pathway. The second section would be the table topics section, where the table topics master would invite Toastmaster and guests for impromptu speaking. And the third section, and the most important section, would be evaluation, where our general evaluator, along with his team, would be giving evaluations for every podium bearer for the day, and the speech evaluators will be providing their evaluation for the prepared speakers. Now, once I was told that why don't you wake up early and go to play? You like to play football, you like to play cricket. I told him that, sir, sleep is important. And I'm not saying that so. Doctors do. Doctors say so. However, our general evaluator doesn't feel the same. He likes to play football and he is ready to sacrifice his sleep for it. Only if more people thought so. So, I would like to call upon the general evaluator for the afternoon. One of the earliest achievers of the DTM tag in Kolkata, a veteran Toastmaster and an inspiration to our fraternity, who, with his extra profound experience, would take us forward into this session. Everyone, with a virtual round of applause, Satyadip Basu, DTM. Satyadip, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Harsh. These Toastmaster sessions are really nice. It gives me those introductions which sadly my wife does not hear, but if you would have heard, my impression would have changed. Anyways, that's the saddest part of the story, but it is good that I get those introductions. I'll be the general evaluator G for the session, and my job has already begun. I joined the session at 2:55, so it has already started from 2:55 p.m. and will continue till and until the session comes to an end. Keeping track of the entire session is a humongous task, and so I will be having assignees, that is on-field umpires, who would assist me in this today. And in doing so, today we have I have the Charlie's Angels doing the job. Charlie's Angels, because all three of them are relatively new Toastmasters, doing a brilliant job. To begin with, let me welcome on virtual podium Toastmaster Shalu as a timer, her role. Toastmaster Shalu, please.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. Myself Shalu Gupta and playing the role of timer. As timer, my duty is to keep the track of the speakers from on the ODM. There is time limit for the prepared speech is 15 to 20 minutes. Table topic 1 to 2 minutes and for the evaluation 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card at the minimum time, yellow card at the mean time and red card at the maximum time and continue to be flashed red card up to the speaker's end. I will present my report when called upon to do so. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. G.
Fantastic. Thank you, Toastmaster Shalu. Next in line is Toastmaster Pratiti. We'll be playing of our count. Toastmaster Pratiti, can you explain it, please?
Imagine yourself in a situation where you want to impress everyone with the flow of words, but what comes out is a series of gibberish accompanied by unnecessary interjections like like, so, and so on. Now, this crutch or filler words as, like, so, this diminish the quality of your speech and make it detrimental to the health of the speech. So as an counter today, my role is to keep a track of the filler words used by you, and I will present my report at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Sir General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratiti. The last assignee for today is Toastmaster Priyanka, playing the role of a grammarian. Toastmaster Priyanka, can you explain your role?
Hello and a very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I have two roles today. First role as word master, where I'm going to introduce the word of the day, which is fortify. Will you please allow me to share the screen? Synonyms, word of the day is fortify. It's a verb. Synonyms are strengthen and energize. Antonyms is sedate. For instance, you can use it in sentence as she is fortified by her religious faith. And I urge you all to use this word in your sentence. Second role as grammarian, where I ensure to make to note good usages of English and not so good usages of English, which will help us to use this word as constructive feedback to fortify our English in the future sessions. And at the end of the session, I'll be coming up with the report when General Evaluator calls me up to do so. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. If you can paste that word in the chat window. I do not see the chat window right now, but if you can paste it, that would be great, along with the meaning. That sums up my role for the time being. I'll be back in the evaluation section. Till then, over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsh. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, moving on to the first section, which is the prepared speech section. Today, our speaker would be delivering his level 4 speech from the pathway Persuasive Influence. His speech has been mentored by Toastmaster Gagandeep Singh. Now, every prepared speech needs an evaluator who tells us how we can add that extra material, how we can add that extra charm in our speech. With that, I would like to call upon the evaluator for the prepared speech, the immensely active Toastmaster Shaurya Roy.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, Shaurya.
So my target speaker today is delivering a project from his level 4, which is leading in difficult situations. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice strategies for adjusting to unexpected changes to the finalized plan. I would request the timer to please know that this particular speech is divided into 2 parts. The first part would consist of a prepared speech of 5 to 7 minutes, and the cards would go up in the prescribed order. And the second part would include a QA session, which would go on for 5 to 10 minutes, for which the green card would go up at 5 minutes, the yellow card would be shown at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and the red card would be up at 10 minutes. All the best to the speaker, and thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaurya. So to clarify, the prepared speech for the day would be divided into 2 parts. That is, the first part would be the prepared speech, which would be for 5 to 7 minutes. Post that, the speaker would be sent into a breakout room. After that, I myself would be sharing a PDF file, a document for evaluation for questions that we as the guest, we as the members of this club, we need to ask the speaker. Post 2 to 3 minutes, when the speaker would be arriving back into the main room, he would be asked questions with a minimum of 3 questions to a maximum of 5. The time allotted, the total time would be 5 to 10 minutes, with the mean time 7.5 minutes. Now, our speaker for the day is a banker by profession, and he loves cycling, for which he is ready to give up his extra hour of sleep as well. Now, he calls himself a DTM. No, a dedicated Toastmaster. Presenting you our prepared speaker for the day, Toastmaster Anurag Jain. This piece of paper, Toastmaster Anurag Jain. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Daddy, please buy me that toy. Daddy, I want to have that toy. But his father, looking at his empty pocket in one side, and the other, his son's innocent eyes, filled with the expectation that his father is going to buy him that toy. With a heavy heart and almost a tear in his eyes, the father lied. Santa will give you a bigger toy if only you wait till Christmas. Being fully aware that his child will believe in whatever he says. You know, this piece of paper has no worth by itself. But it definitely allows you to buy materialistic things for the loved ones for the sake of their happiness. The presence of money might not guarantee happiness, but the absence of it will definitely fix. We are that species on the planet who require money even to deliver babies. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm Toastmaster Anurag, and today I'm going to share with you my plan of making money, which you can apply in your life as well. You know, this online platform, this internet, has given us a market potential of approximately 7.4 billion people worldwide and 1.3 billion people in India itself. This is the reason why edtech platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and edX have flourished even when the whole world was under a synchronized lockdown. So how can we take advantage of it? Well, you need to find a problem, you need to solve the problem, and then you need to share the problem. Sorry, the solution of the problem. That solution could be anything, maybe as simple as how to ride a bike or how to make a round chapati. I'll show you how people have monetized even this skill. So the problem that I faced was with the Excel skills. I found a gap between what I was taught in my college and school computer classes and how it is actually applied in my corporate life. So now I learned those skills and applied it, and I am going to share it to the whole world in the form of videos, in the form of small 3 to 4 minute videos, compiling it in a form of course and dividing it into 3 sections. The first basic, second intermediate, and third advanced course. Each sections will be subdivided into further subsections where the videos will be put. Now, since my videos will be there for maybe as long as I don't remove it, so I have to make sure that the quality of the video is such that the viewers enjoy it. But hiring a cinematographer for Excel skills, not worth it. So I will be sharing some of the ways where I can create my own home kit for video making so that the video will be of greater quality and it satisfies my viewers as well. The first thing that I have to buy is the chroma key. This will set the background. It will help me allow change the background and look more professional than this plain yellow color background. And the price of it is only approximately 400 rupees. The second thing that I require is the chroma stand to support that chroma key. The price of it is approximately 2000 rupees. The third thing I require is the studio lights. Now why I require this is so that my face is visible clearly and the video that I make is of better quality. The price of it is approximately 4400 rupees. Next, I require a mic so that there is no sound disturbances. And I am going to buy a BOA mic, which the price of it is 820 rupees. Next, I require a tripod so that I can place my camera so that the video that I am going to make is stable. So the total investment that I have made till now is approximately 9096 rupees. After completing my video shooting, I will be delegating the video editing portion to Toastmaster Gitanjali. She will edit the videos and change the background so that it looks more professional. Now the setup of my room when I will be shooting the videos would look something like this, and instead of that beautiful young lady there will be a baby face behind that camera. Now next, after Gitanjali is done with her video editing, I will be putting up the course, that is publishing the course on Udemy. For the first 10 to 15 days I'll keep the course free so that I receive feedback and ratings. And if I find any negative feedback, then I will change the content or the quality of my video and re-upload it. But there are 3 ways of how I actually make money with Udemy. When you partner with Udemy, the first way you make money is when you are sharing, is that Udemy gives you a link. And if someone clicks on that link and buys your course, then 99% of the revenue will be yours. The second way is someone comes on the Google platform and types Udemy and online course and lands up to my page and buys my course, then I get 50% of the revenue. The third way is when Udemy itself promotes my course, then in that case I receive only 30%, of the revenue. Now the business model is such that I will not be restricting myself only to Excel. I will be encompassing all the Microsoft applications, and I will also try to upload all the solutions, the problems that I faced and the solutions that I came out with. Now, the thing is, once I am able to make credibility on the online platform, I will be publishing my own website, and in that website, I will be making the courses in such a manner that whole revenue comes to me. Then I'll hire a digital marketing platform where they will run ads of my courses on various social media targeting specific audiences. Once that is done, do remember that it is a one time making of the course, one time investment of 9,000 and a lifetime earning opportunity. You see, I can do this even with a full-time job. Here I present you a PPT where you see that even people are making money out of by making videos of learning how to ride a motorcycle. We see on the left hand side that 1372 students have already bought this course at a price of 700. The best part is I can make these videos and the course even when I have a full-time job and earn passively, so that the next time when my loved one asks for a materialistic thing, this piece of paper is not a restriction to their happiness. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. That piece of paper is certainly very expensive. Well, now I would ask the host to put our speaker into the breaking room so that we can discuss about the future section. Sorry.
Yes, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Anurag is right now in the waiting room. We have 3 minutes to discuss the questions together.
So this is the project plan that was submitted by Toastmaster Anurag. So everyone can see it?
Yes, it's visible.
So I would like everyone to discuss the questions among ourselves because we only have 2 to 3 minutes for that.
Hi, this is Ashutosh. Can I add some questions here, or you want us to, me to write it in chat and send? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Ashutosh, what I would suggest is, you keep your questions ready, and if you want to discuss your questions here, we can also hear it, and if someone wants to add to that, it would be great. Like for me, my question is to Anurag would be, how do you see these online courses replacing workplace learnings, where in office or questions like, what would you have done better? What have you learned from this? These are questions which cannot be answered or taught online, because most of these courses are asynchronous mode of training. And though the advantage of having one teacher reach out to hundreds and hundreds of students looks promising on the online world, it is actually not possible for that teacher to touch each student in a particular way, which would have been happening in the physical world. So this is one question which, if someone can frame it better, it would be best to ask him that.
My question to Anurag would be, like he said about this online MOCs and everything. So does he think that one day how does this remote teaching and working act? Like we have seen Goldman Sachs has brought in online teaching and everything, but as Krish said, would it be like would the human touch be there in that thing?
So I would also like to actually ask a question if I'm allowed.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so my question would be that since he's starting something and he showed us about all the tripod stands, about the back screen drop, the green drop, and everything, but he never mentioned anything about the camera. So with what is he going to shoot it? Because if he is investing so much into things which actually, yes, will define the quality, but it is the camera which is the most expensive thing.
Another thing, like would
So Harsh, well, I would like to add to this. To answer this question, all he has to say is, even iPhones have very good cameras, and I might use one of my iPhones.
But how do I know that everyone is using an iPhone? Because his question is
exactly everyone does not have access to an iPhone.
So that's what I'm saying. So for someone like Anurag, since this is his plan, to ask him a question and use his time for which the answer could be as simple as, okay, I will take a camera on hire, or even iPhones are able to, there are some short movies which are shot on iPhone itself, which come out really well.
Yeah, but for that, all these instruments are not required then. He can just go on with an iPhone. Means why spend 9,000 rupees for these extra items, for all this lighting things and everything, when he is spending on all these on these things to make the video actually look appealing, then why not use a professional camera also when he's using other professional items as well?
And I would like to add
so
on.
Then this looks like a good question. Fine, we can go ahead and ask. So can we have just one person ask all these questions one by one, or Harsh, how would you want to take it?
I think individual people can ask, or if you want, we can assign one person who can ask these questions. And since I'm already the TMOD, means I would request someone else to take up this responsibility.
Krish, will you take up the responsibility?
I believe, someone asking their own question will sound better because that will come from the heart.
Okay.
So then let's go by first question. Timer, how much time do we have? We were allotted 3 minutes for this.
The 3 minutes are done.
Are done? Okay. So I think I'm going to call Anurag back, and we'll start with Ashutosh and Harsh, Pratiti, and then I'll take the last question if there's time. Right?
Okay.
I'm calling him in. Welcome back, Toastmaster Anurag.
Yeah.
So should I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Can I ask the host to stop sharing the screen so that?
Just.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Toastmaster Anurag, for the wonderful session and enlightenment. I just want to ask two, I'll say, combined questions here. Number one, we talked about 1.3 billion population as a target market. Do we really know that the target market whom we are talking about has got the mobile connection or internet connection at all, when we are talking about 1.3 billion masses whom we can address? And second, a very important thing here, the news is coming every day that people are selling their cattle to buy a phone so that students can study. Do you think it's really economical for everyone to invest this 19K and then the camera and then, do these things? I mean, is this something which is only for elite, or this is something which can be generally done by a common man like me, or anyone like me? Yeah.
Okay. So as far as I understand your question, the first part of it is that whether it has a reach, whether it will penetrate the whole 1.3 billion market. So yes, there is network connectivity issue. There are people who do not have internet, but I told it has a potential market of 1.3 billion people. Next, if you read news a lot, Byju's recently acquired White Hat Junior for a whooping $300 million for a company that is just 18 months old. So you can understand that even the people who are maybe the elite class of the society are understanding the potential. They are investing in the future of India. Third, India is one such market where the internet connectivity, the cost of it is very low per user. So again, it as of now might not have that reach that it will cover whole 1.3 billion people, but it definitely has a much bigger market potential when we compare it to any other country except for China. The second question that you asked, whether it is only for the elite class who can make the videos, is that what your question was? Toastmaster Ashutosh?
Yes, Anurag, that's what I was trying to ask.
So,
because 20K is not a small investment as far as I can see it.
Sorry, can you repeat?
I was saying 20K is not a small investment as far as I can see it, and I'm like, I understand.
Okay, so first of all, it was not 20K, it was 9,096 budget, the budget that was.
Plus
And
the camera,
secondly,
plus a camera as well. Plus
no,
a camera as well.
Okay, so for camera, the thing is that you can use your cell phone to make videos, and because none of your viewers will be watching your video or watching your course in a movie theater, so you definitely do not need a DSLR, just a small normal phone with even a 5 megapixel of with even 5 megapixel would suffice. So it is definitely 9,000 will be the amount that has to be invested. So you see that whenever you are venturing into any business, you have the risk of losing that money, right? But if you see the potential of it, as I said, it is a one-time investment of 9,000. I can make that amount, I can use those same resources and create multiple videos, multiple courses, which can have a further reach. And it is not that people will not be buying my course. Initially, the sales definitely starts at your own network, but it is not restricted to the elite class. And you start any business, you will be requiring some amount of investment. And in today's market, 9,000 investment for such a big potential, I think so it will be worth the risk. I hope I've answered.
I would have loved if you would have stated, some numbers that how many have started this and how many of them have been successful, how many have made, if there are some statistics available. So, but thank you. Thanks for answering.
Okay. So I, as of now, do not have any statistics, but it is definitely a way to start earning a passive income. If you know about Mr. Praveen Vadalkar, he is the one who is also emphasizing on creating such kind of a passive income. Next, can I have the next question?
Yeah, Toastmaster Anurag, I'll be asking the next question. So you told that you will be requiring an initial investment of 9,000 odd rupees. And with that, you'll be getting a backdrop, you'll be getting a mic, you'll be getting lighting for you, you'll be getting a tripod stand. With all this, you are investing 9,000 rupees, but you are not investing a single penny on the camera. Now you are saying that you can get it done with a mobile phone. Then why? Why invest all this on the backdrop, on the lighting, when today an iPhone, even a 5 megapixel phone, can do all these things? Means you can start with actually 0 rupees. 0, and then when you earn something, you can start investing it. Why does this 9,000 needs to be invested when you can do it with your phone? I have seen few of my friends as well who have started their coaching classes with 0 investment just from their home place. Then why this 9,000 investment is already needed?
Okay. So again, if 9,000 does seem a big amount, I planned this whole project from my perspective, and I thought that when you have a background that is not disturbing, a background that is silent and a bit more professional, then in that case it has a much more audience appeal than just taking your camera in a selfie mode and recording your course over that. First thing. Second, if even if 9,000 is say a big amount, then we can also go on to a second hand market as well, where I think so we will be able to minimize the cost to 4 to 5,000 as well. Again, 9,000 is a subjective amount, and I completely agree with you, Toastmaster Harsh, that someone can start with zero investments. But why I prefer Udemy is because it has a big user I mean, a massive amount of customer base, and the interface is user friendly. But when you are uploading the video, they have some quality checks. So it will help you if you have a professional background, if your audio quality is good, if your lighting is good. That I hope that answer your question.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm your next question. I'm next interviewer. So hi. So my question to you is that you basically put forward the fact that technology is evolving and borders are dissolving, and we can go for the new normal, that is virtual. But my question is that this MOCs that you mentioned right now, this massive online courses, they can only be a cherry on the cake. Can they be a full normal kind of thing? Won't that lack the human touch? Like you lack the practical on-site experience is needed, right? So we suppose think that Goldman Sachs has given out many online courses, but they are not teaching you the basics of investment banking on the site itself. Then it will create employee disengagement, as well as it will lower the motivation level of the employees. So do you think that this will be the new normal? This can be the new normal.
See, Toastmaster Prasiti, we have evolved. We have evolved from that caveman's life, and we have come up to this position. You need to understand that this pandemic has given us an opportunity that no one has previously realized. It was new to each and every person. So you see that there was the stats, which I do not remember the source of it, but there was a 30% increase in the usage of online courses during this pandemic, and Zoom's user base went from 20 million to 300 million. The thing is that people get used to any changes that happen in their life, and once it is a part of their life, it becomes the new normal. Now, coming to the Goldman Sachs question, well, Goldman Sachs has an acceptance rate of only 4%. So the thing is that they will not be hiring any Tom, Dick, and Harry. They will definitely be knowing the basics of investment banking. And even if they don't know, Goldman Sachs websites provides free resources to each and every person, and the resources that are available in a very layman words, I would say. So even a non-finance guy will be able to understand what an investment banker does. I hope I'm able to clarify now.
Yeah, completely fine.
Toastmaster Anurag, my question to you now is that if you think this is such a good idea, how come all these people before you have not thought about it? Why are there very less courses on Udemy and all these places where they should be even more? It's not like this is a very fantastic idea, or it's a great idea that you are coming up with this proposal only now. So what makes you think this will work that well?
Okay. So now, even now after this pandemic, the importance of being online and being on the virtual podium has increased. First, definitely this idea was not that I conceived it for the first time. People are doing it, and people have done it also. People have made a lot of money out of this. I have already stated examples like Byju's, even Udemy itself. If you see, there is this Office Career 365 that completely that has built an online credibility on Udemy itself, and they teach various courses regarding with regards to Microsoft application, be it Excel, Word, PowerPoint, or any such thing. So you do find that once you see my potential and the way of and the way I deliver my lessons, and you are liking it, I'm pretty much sure that the next time when you say go out for a Microsoft Word, if you want to learn how to operate Microsoft Word, and if I have the course there on Udemy, then you will prefer mine over anyone else's.
No, so here you are assuming that the people who give their courses on Udemy have that goodwill that people will accept their courses, or do you want any Tom, Dick and Harry, just because they have good presentation skills and have a good background, they will teach you how to ride a motorcycle and a cycle, and that person will just ride on the goodwill of Udemy and those kind of websites to sell their courses? So the person who is giving this course out will have to have that goodwill for people to actually take up that course, right? So are you expecting everyone to just bank on Udemy selling that course for them?
No, I'm not expecting Udemy itself to sell those courses. See, whenever you start any business, be it any enterprise, the first people you tell about is your near and dear ones, your immediate market, your relations, your network, right? You tell them I have started this and this business, and then they will come and use your they will buy your services, and post that if they like, then with the help of word of mouth it will start spreading. Now what I am saying is that when I shared the screen of how to ride a bike, if you just a minute, can you please make me the host and I can share it once again? Please give me the co-host rights. So over
So
there
go ahead.
you will see
I remember that slide. Yeah,
okay.
please go ahead and explain it to me.
So over there you will find that 1370 people bought those courses. They gave a rating. They also had comments below that. And in today's market, people generally buy on the rating of the product and the comments that follow, the feedback that the course receives. So if you have a quality content, then why will it not sell? That is what I'm saying.
Okay. Thank you. I think you have partially, I am convinced about your plan, but yes, all the best to you. Thank you.
I have one question.
So are we done with the question timer? Do we have time left for it?
We left 1 minute more.
Yeah. Then I can take one question.
So are the 5 questions done? I just need to ask, means I am not sure about the number of questions.
The number of question 5 done. Chris asked 2 questions. And 1 Pratiti, 1 Ashutosh, and 1 you.
So I'll ask the speaker or the evaluator to take up on it, because if we are allowed, then we can go, or else we should proceed then.
So what should I do? Oh, fine, you can ask the question, I'll answer it.
Like we are hearing that the corona vaccine is coming by the, December end or like early to 2021. What will happen to these all Udemy and online classes, like riding on a bike by watching a video, or going to a proper tutor who can guide you is better? Or what will be your future in that?
Okay, so when you go for a one-to-one coaching, then the fees that you charge is a bit more higher. Nobody is going to teach you how to ride a bike at a cost of say 700 rupees, or how to use Excel skills for 300 or 400 rupees. But that same can be done in the online mode. And Udemy was present even before this pandemic, and people used to go there, and people will be using Udemy and such edtech platforms even in the coming years, even after the coronavirus is over. So it will not be an end to the edtech platforms, and it is much cheaper for people to buy that online.
Hi, can I ask a follow-up question, sir?
I can.
Okay,
I'll just
take
interrupt.
on one thing.
Just I'd like to interrupt, because since we are already had 6 questions, so I don't think that we should, and all the time is already over. So I would request
Harsh, I just wanted to have a stake on something.
So can you, let's take it offline then, please. I would request you, because since we do have to maintain time as well. Okay. So moving on. Thank you. So Now that was an amazing take on a piece of paper. And my friend, I'll tell you, the piece of the paper, the value of the paper always remains the same. But how you use it, it depends for everyone. Now, I use it, that piece of paper, I can make 100 to 1000. Now, if you can make it 1000, 100 to 10,000, that is what you have done extra. On 29th June 2020, it was the first time I attended a Toastmaster session as a guest. And I was called upon by the table topic master present over here to speak an impromptu. Now, I would be wrong to say that I was not nervous, but I did went for it and delivered a speech which satisfied me on a personal level. It required me to go that extra mile and challenge myself to deliver something which would lessen my stage fright. And thereafter, I joined Toastmasters, for which any extra adjective would also seem less. Saying that, I would like to move forward with the second session, that is the impromptu session. I would like to call upon the table topic master, a CA by profession, treasurer of the VirtuoMasters Club, and a hardworking individual who has taken up the challenge to develop himself. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toastmaster Amrish Bhuvania. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Hers. Good afternoon, everyone. I am here to fortify your impromptu speaking skills. Let me tell you a few basic rules about this session. I will give today it is a little bit different experience for everyone. I have made a rainbow for you, which you can see behind me, and one has to select a color. On that basis, he or she will receive a picture. On that person has to speak for 1 or 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Grace is there for every speaker. Please timer note this. And if any guest is speaking on the topic, he or she can change the topic once. Thank you. Now, I will need my first volunteer. Can everyone see my screen? Hello.
Yes, I can.
Thank you. So, can someone help me with the name, because I'm not able to see my chat box now.
Sheetal is here, Anurag is here. Ashutosh is here.
So first was Pratiti, then Anurag, then Ashutosh.
Pratiti, Anurag, then Ashutosh. Okay, let's start with Sheetal ji is also there. So let's start with Pratiti. Let's finish with these 4 people, then I will take the next one.
Okay.
Which Pratiti, for which color you will go?
Red.
Red. You will go for red. And your topic is nothing came. 1 minute. Yes. What you see and feel about this picture?
Sir, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. 1 minute.
They're not audible.
1 minute. Let me check. Can you see this picture? Am I audible?
You're audible, but no picture. The color cards are showing.
Color cards are still showing.
Amrish, you have to select share full screen and not only the PPT.
Your screen sharing. Now it's okay. Now is it coming?
No, not yet. You will have to stop share. Try to
I have
stop
to.
share.
Okay.
Yeah. And then again do
Give the
share
topics
screen.
directly, na. You can give the topics directly. Don't need to show the topic. No? You can give the.
I think it's a picture he's trying to show.
Yeah, I have stop share. Then what?
Now then the first share screen. उसमें ना there will be a share full screen. The first option which you get, the first square. Click on that.
One minute. What you want to say? Like for Pratiti, I am doing this, but I'll try it again. Pratiti for you.
Carrot. We all love carrots, don't we? For me, I used to love it for a different reason. My mother always told that carrots contain vitamin A, which was very good for skin. And I was much of a beauty freak back then. I wanted to be beautiful like my best friend. I wanted to have good skin, good hair, and everything. And to me, eating carrots was the only soul, not the soul, but eating carrots was one of the ways to enhance my beauty. You see a rabbit eating a carrot. When rabbits eat carrot, do you think that they are concerned by the beauty factor? When they eat carrot, they eat it because it's an edible food. That change of mentality is needed in today's world. Beauty doesn't matter. What is inside matters. A carrot is not popular because it is red in color, or it improves the or it lessens the melanin content of the skin or whatever, but it is popular because it increases the brain power, it boosts the intelligence of a person. So eat carrots and keep in mind that don't eat carrots to boost up something irrelevant as beauty. Boost up your internal beauty, and that is why you have to eat carrots. Thank you.
I think you have taken good on carrot, but it's more about a small carrot and a big carrot. It is like you can see there are 2 rabbits and 2 carrots. And next
Whatever came to my mind, I
thank
just
you.
blabbered
Okay.
gibberish.
Next is Anurag. Anurag.
Yeah, I'm here. My color is blue.
Blue. Let me come with blue. I don't know. This is green. Sharing issue is there. I may be not much acquainted with this, but let me try again for you. Yes. Can you see this picture?
Yes, I can see this picture. So may I start?
Yes, yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for giving me such a wonderful pictorial depiction of what success actually is. You know, we all see that lavish lifestyle that the person lives. We all look up to Jeff Bezos and Shah Rukh Khan or Amitabh Bachchan, and we see that they have such a lavish lifestyle. It is so great to have such achievements, and it seems as if it was very easy for them to reach there. But the road to success is always painful, and you need to work on those thorns to reach the place where today Amitabh Bachchan and Jeff Bezos kind of people are there. It is not always how it actually looks like. You know, the master has done the mistakes so many times in that field that it makes the student appear as if the master is flawless. But he should understand that the master was an amateur once, and later on, because he kept on repeating those mistakes and being better from the previous time, that he achieved success in the truest manner. You know, when you start learning how to drive a car, you don't drive like you don't drive uh, very fast in the first instant itself. You sometimes you might get into an accident as well, but that doesn't deter you from being a skillful driver. You learn from each and every mistake. That slowly taking of that first gear with the leaving the clutch slowly so that your car does not stop. Then slowly and steadily going to the second, third, and till you become a even when you become a skillful driver, you tend to damage your car while parking, right? The risk is always there. But when you get good at that skill, when you do it repeatedly, you become a pro. And it is that point in time when people from the outside look at you and say how flawless it was. Thank you, and over to you.
A great take by Anurag on this topic. Thank you for that. Let's the third, Asutosh. Can we have your choice of color?
Thank you, sir. I will like to choose orange. I wanted to choose blue since you're wearing a blue t-shirt, but my friend Anurag has already taken that. Yeah.
Red and blue gone, and you have chosen.
Let's go with orange.
Okay, thank you. One more. Let me give you your topic now. Can you say this?
Yes, I can see it. Right. So thank you so much, Table Topic Master Amrish ji, for this wonderful picture. This makes me remember the story which my father told me during childhood about two kids, two sons of the same person, and this person was a drunkard, and one of his son was absolutely teetotaler because his father was a drunkard and he learned from that, and the second one became drunkard because that's what he learned from his father. And the picture is depicting that it's not about what we have, but how we interpret what we have. One flower has this power of making me happy, that no, I have got flower in my garden, it's a beautiful flower with beautiful color, and it lifts up my mood. And on the other hand, there is someone else who has got so many flowers in the garden, but he or she is not happy because there are few flowers which have actually got spoiled. So the life is all about how we interpret the situations which we have, how we interpret the situations where we get in. It is not the materialistic things which can drive us, but rather it is us on how we interpret situation which can actually guide us and make us feel happy. So as it has been said by a famous writer, that it's all about it depends on you how you see yourself in a mirror. If you see yourself as a tiger, you're a tiger. If you see yourself as a cat, you're a cat. So it's our interpretation which matters most and which takes us forward, and not what we actually get materialistically in our life. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrish ji.
Thank you, Ashutosh, for such a wonderful understanding of the picture. It is all about happiness. Somebody is happy with one flower and somebody is not happy with the full of garden. Thank you. The next one is Sheetalji. Let me ask him his favorite color. Sheetal.
Hello.
Yes. Which color you will go?
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Violet.
Violet. You will go for violet. Can you see the screen now?
I'm not.
Not yet.
Yes.
1 minute.
Now, should I start now?
Yeah.
What has happened to us? We are lost somewhere. We are quite close, but far. When we meet, remember the old days in childhood. We would play with our fellow people. Never would guys. We would play indoor games, outdoor games, all the things. The world very synchronized. It was lives. We were close and we were actually close. Someone comes, we're just not able to focus on them. We are diving deep into our cell phones. We are in external and the world which is ignored. And that is the region, the relations not realized. Just imagine the quality of time we can have with our better partners, better halves. We having that time, we are lost somewhere which actually does not exist. Just a brainchild of own, we are getting into something else where we should not. My dear friends, this is the time when we are far, but we need to be close. Technology should bring us close, not take us far. With my wife, never like to go into the phone, would like to cherish the smile she has. While with the baby, I would like to have the blissful smile that she has, rather than look at my mobile phone. And that will actually bring us close than keeping us apart. As it can rightly say, should actually help us make our lives not us farther. What do you say about topic of the day?
Thank you, Sital, for such a great thought on this picture. It is more like I can say that we are mingling ourselves on the mobile phone instead of nature. That might take on this. Now, I want the next volunteer. Priyanka is there. Let me share the screen for her. Priyanka, only 3 colors are left: yellow, green, and indigo. Priyanka, are you there? Priyanka? Am I audible? Hello?
Amrish ji, I think Priyanka is having some connectivity issues. So, due to the background noise, she has texted. So, Priyanka, are you taking the topic?
I think she's on mute.
I can go for the last topic if it is available.
Yes, we have 3 topics left. So which color you want, Mr. Vice President?
I'll go for the yellow one.
We'll go for the yellow one. Thank you. Let's see what comes for you in my laptop. You like it, I think. Let me share this for you. I think it is visible to you. Krish, is it visible to you?
Yes, it's visible. Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Amrish. This picture has got me through school and college, and you have no idea how. In school, though one of my favorite subjects was biology, I hated the sight of blood. For every dissection that I was called up, I would control not puking all over the dead frog. But I would still muster up the courage and go to the front and try to do my best. In short, I kept faking it until I made it. While I was in 9th standard, my teacher came into the class with a covered glass jar and said, who would like to volunteer to show what human organs looks like? So me being the wanting to outshine everywhere one else, I went up without even knowing what was in the jar. And as he took the cloth away from the jar, I saw that it had a liver, it had a spleen, it had a heart, and it had some intestines, I think. But thankfully they were not human, they were from a goat, but it doesn't matter. That fin which you see on the harmless, cute fish, that was the confidence which I was showing that I had. And that meek little fish who was scared, that was me. But my confidence was what helped me get through. And that is my take on the topic. Thank you, Master Amrish.
Thank you, Krish. You are on the topic. It was like the fish believed on herself that by putting that shark finger, it can save her life. It was like that. Thank you. I think it was the last topic. I'm handing over this virtual podium to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmasters Hers. Thank you.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. So, moving forward, we are entering into our final section, that is the evaluation section, where our general evaluator with his team would be providing us with an advice as in how we can improve ourselves and be a better version of ourselves. I invite once again our general evaluator for the day, Satyadip Basu, DTM, for his insights on today's session. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Harsh. May I request the timer Shalu to come up with the timings for the prepared speech and table topics first, and then I'll move to the evaluation section.
1 minute. Yeah. There was a prepared speech. Toastmaster Anurag took 23 minutes 32 seconds. Table topic 1. Toastmaster Pratiti took 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Anurag 2 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Ashutosh 2 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Sheetal 1 minute 40 seconds. And Toastmaster Krishnesh 1 minute 58 seconds.
Okay.
All from my
Thank you.
side. Yeah. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Let's move to the evaluation section now. In the evaluation section, the time allotted for the evaluator is 2 to 3 minutes with 30 seconds grace both on the lower and the upper. There was only one speaker in today's session, that was Toastmaster Anurag, would be evaluated by Toastmaster Shaurya. Shaurya, can I have your evaluation, please?
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. And a very good afternoon to one and all present here, especially my target speaker, Toastmaster Anurag. Today, the first thing which I liked about the speech was the uniqueness of the project. Today, the project which you delivered was one of the lesser known project of Pathways, and before this day, I don't think I have seen any Toastmaster attempting this particular project. So kudos for taking up a peculiar project and attempting to deliver it. Kudos for that. And then as you started off your speech, you described with absolute perfection and pinpoint accuracy exactly how to make an online video. Again, this skill is something which almost all of us are not much aware of. So a great job done on making us aware of this skill. a great job done on making us aware of all the raw materials which we need in order to make an online video. And not only did you tell us exactly how to make a professional video, but also you showed us by having a slide of all the products in the Amazon website. Kudos for that. And then in the second part of your speech, or rather your project, you seemed fortified enough to answer all the queries which were raised at you. And you seemed calm. Kudos for having that kind of presence of mind. So as far as the delivery part is concerned, I would say that you were almost flawless. But having said that, every good speech can be made better. And today I feel that your speech had some aspects in which you could have done a better job, and I will tell you how. Today, at first, when you began your speech, you mentioned a line regarding exactly how you were here to describe how to make money. And today I feel that you could have set up the premise of your project in a better manner, because as soon as I heard that word money making, my mind wandered off, and I thought that you could describe exactly how to invest all our money, exactly how to reduce our spending habits, and I thought that your speech will be on those lines. Your speech will be on how to increase our investment and increase our savings. But in truth, it went on a different tangent. In truth, it was regarding how to set up a modern kind of business. So I thought that you could have used that as your premise of the project. I thought that you could have mentioned exactly how to keep up with the times regarding business, exactly how to use online videos as a medium of our business, and exactly how online videos and online activities are an important part of any kind of social activities, from teaching to banking. I thought that you could have mentioned all of that, and then you could have mentioned money making as one of the benefits, instead of using money making as the entire premise of your project. I thought that you would have done a better job regarding that. But other than that, I feel that it was a flawless speech with almost calm delivery and tremendous presence of mind to face all the questions. And as far as premise is concerned, I am sure that you will do a far greater job as and when you deliver more speeches. Until then, all the best and thank you. Over to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Shaurya. Toastmaster Anurag, a fantastic speech. First, let me tell you what I liked. I liked the confidence in your. I like the confidence in your delivery. I liked the way you started. It was a very catchy start, but just like Shaurya, I was also a little confused when you said that you had said the premise as that you would be able to make money out of it. Correct. And then you went on to the courses in Udemy, mentioned how we can get what are the necessary items that are needed to set this up. Just a second, let me put on this background noise. Yeah, thank you. I hope you can hear me clearly now, all of you. Now, what I would suggest is, Anurag, okay, can someone this sharing thing, can you just take this off of the screen? Yeah, that's better. So what I say, Anurag, is when you are answering a question and you know that question is something which is to you some just a little bit provoking, would be instigating, correct? I like the calmness with which you tried to handle the question. Be sure, going forward, whenever you are asked a question, don't try to impose the answer, right? When I was asking you the question, I thought you were try to impose the answer to conscript. That's only the suggestion I can give you. What I mean is, the voice tone which you should be polite. You should make clear that, okay, request I have understood. Let's go back. I said, no, just let go back. Please go back to the where how to ride a bike. See, it was as if there is so intense to all Christian. Christians asking a question, there will be hostilians, there will be provoking. Be if you are confident in the answer. If you can do the Krish, it's called screen in the screen or where I sent that how to read a bike. If you remember, I had already answered the question there. So that's the only small suggestion I wanted to do, but to the end of VMC, VirtuoMasters for arranging this so well. The stuff was so well done. She sent in the breakout room the question we discussed. Do not see this type of setup create a project. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anurag, completing this project, and thank you, VMC, for organizing this so well. It was absolutely super organization. Moving on, today we didn't have any of the speech, so we have a few table topics. I'll quick run through the first table topic is two habits assigned to Kara, one beneath ground and the other above the ground. I remember it was started by Toastmaster Titi. For us, I remember Kara are the ones which is good for the eyes. I'm not sure whether they're good for the might be, and men are much more aware about skin, beauty of skin than so. I love my comments there. This particular topic was exactly repeating the cut and the beauty of skin. Correct. One which beneath the ground, one which at the ground. The rabbit, the two bits, they don't really know what exactly beneath or exactly above. They are trying to eat respect they're available to them, is it? So, sort of, in my opinion, you sort of digest from the talk a bit and talked about more the beauty of the skin than the topic really asked for, isn't it? Probably, I think you could take a better attempt on this. The second was there was a picture, it was great to see, there was a picture of a guy with a cup standing on elevation, and two other guys, one was telling the person, my father, and those that how easy it. So he attended.
Sir,
I think
interrupting. Your voice is cracking, sir.
I don't know if you hear me. Any comment? The voice is being.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's breaking.
Okay. Just give a moment.
Have we lost him altogether?
No, I think so. He's there.
Can it be the other phone, please?
Is back.
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yeah, yes, sir.
It's better, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I just quickly switch the phone. Yeah, I think Simaji, is it better now? Simaji and everybody?
Yes, sir, it's better.
It's better, right? Okay, thanks. Thanks. So this speech, which was more related to success, I think Anurag is a little obsessed with Jeff Bezos about Amazon, but nevertheless, very good examples, Anurag. You cited that their lavish life, which is the external manifestation. Their road to success, however, is very difficult, and the external manifestation that we see is not necessarily true that they have achieved their success without any effort. Till this point, Anurag, your examples were very good, apt. What I would like to say is, suddenly you switched into an example of driving a car. When you start driving a car, you're an amateur, and then when you release the clutch and press the accelerator, the car starts moving. Anurag, remember, riding or driving a car does not really tantamount to success, right? So that example of Jeff Bezos and Isake was very good. Here in that picture which Amrish had shown, the idea is people who are outside, they were applauding the success which comes easy. They think, to them it's a perception, isn't it? It's a perception to the outsiders that, oh my god, success is very easy. So you need to talk about the fact that perception which did come, you did mention, but you mentioned it very late. That is all what I'm trying to tell you, Anurag. You had mentioned one part of the topic very well with an apt example, but how the others perceive it, that has also to be mentioned. That is very important. Otherwise, Anurag, the topic is not fully complete. Success is a ladder which cannot be climbed with hands on your pocket, isn't it? So if that is probably a better example which you could have cited, others think that, oh my god, from the outside it might seem that it's very easy, but my friend, in order to reach to the top, you have to go through it's very rusty, and you have to go through difficult roads. The climb is always difficult in order to see the beauty from the top of the mountain. Correct? That is a more apt example. Moving on, the third one was taken by Ashutosh. There was this picture of flower and a garden with two different kids, one with one flower. Very well taken, Ashutosh, this topic. I like the way you said that we do not see what we have, but how we interpret what we have. Exactly. It is absolutely true. We see things as we are, not as they are, isn't it? So the interpretation of the topic was very well done. Ashutosh, only one request, a proper example, probably a personal one, would be good. We always think that we crib with what we have. We do not realize that we have enough. The things that we take for granted, someone else is craving for, isn't it? So if you could have taken a personal example and concluded this topic, it would have been much better. But nevertheless, you were bang on the topic, Ashutosh, and that's why kudos to you. And you ended with saying that how you see in a mirror, yourself in a mirror, is very important. I think that was also pretty relatable to this topic. Sheetal, there was this nature, birds chirping, yet people are more concentrated towards the mobile phone. Sheetal, your voice broke a bit, so I could not hear a part of your speech. But again, I think, Sheetal, you were absolutely on the topic. You spoke about the fact that yes, how it is very important then to spend time with your near and dear ones rather than on mobile, rather than on artificial things. And you did cite a personal example, Sheetal, as far as I could hear. So I think overall, your take on the topic was pretty relevant. The last one was taken by Krish. Krish, honestly, this particular topic where the fish is pretending exactly not a fin but fin of a shark, that was probably a topic related to camouflage, and I did not honestly, probably my bad, but I did not quite understand it, the way you, the route in which you took the topic. You talked about school and college where you love biology, but you're very scared about dissection, and then some one day your teacher brought some human organs, liver, spleen, heart, and something of some other things, intestine, fortunately not of a human being but of a goat. I i did not quite realize where you are trying to take this topic. In my opinion, it was a very simple topic. A fish, it was a camouflage where the fish is under the water, and and with the fin of a shark, and people have been deceived by the fact that there's a shark which is inside, but it's not the case. Correct. So you might deceive, you might try to cover yourself up. What appears in the naked eye is not always true. So probably, I'm not saying that it's all that glitter is not gold, but it is a kind of a topic where appearance is deceptive. This, in my opinion, I might be wrong, but in my opinion, appearance is deceptive is the crux of the topic. I would slightly deviate from the normal general evaluation and ask Toastmaster Amrish. Amrish, you had taken this picture and shown this. This is the last one. What exactly was this picture? I got a little confused with Krish's deliberation,
It was
right?
more on like believe yourself.
Okay.
It was from where I have taken it. It was from the topic believe yourself.
Believe yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Believe yourself. If it is believe yourself, then why on earth a fish would swim with a fin of a shark? Right. So I got a little confused. I'm still not very convinced with it, so I don't want to further comment on it. I'll put it, rest my case there and take it offline. Otherwise, everyone's time would be wasted. Well, moving on. Let me tell you how the session went. Overall, I think again VMC sessions are always enjoyable. Great start, Krish, with the as a sergeant at arms. I think we took a little bit of time. We took a little bit of time in figuring out who the sergeant at arms would be. Very nice introduction of Toastmaster Seema Ramesh as the president. But Krish, no matter what you do as a sergeant at arms, you cannot absolve yourself of the responsibilities of mentioning the rules. I did not quite see the rules being mentioned in the session, so that probably, Krish, is very important. Bare minimum rules of an online meeting must be mentioned. Toastmaster Seema Ramesh, very well done as the president as usual. I love your anecdotes. I really love the way you start a meeting with that confidence, and I especially like this late lunch siesta. That was fantastic. That was absolutely a sixer, I would say. Simaji, one small request. You slightly need to work upon your hours, right? I think there are too many hours that you start at the beginning. So that you need to work upon a bit, because as a president, it sometimes becomes a little glaring. Okay. Very good introduction of Harsh. And my word, Toastmaster Seema Ramesh mentioned him as a toddler, but this guy came up not only as a young man but an experienced young man indeed. Wonderfully done, Harsh. Very well done as a Toastmaster of the day. Fantastic anecdote about the plane, about that aeroplane episode, how you wanted to be in the aeroplane, and how, if you start early, if you have 10 minutes extra, how it can benefit. I personally like that line when you said that it's a difficult decision, but that will help us not to book an appointment with neurosis. So that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic, Harsh. Very, very well done. Overall session conducted well. Moving on to the table topic master, Amrish, Toastmaster Amrish. Nice topics. Most important open-ended topics. We could, all of us could speak on the same. Just be careful, Toastmaster Amrish, on that. It was not working with a click on the color. The topic or the picture should have come up, but it was not working. My only suggestion is for these type of innovative things, whenever you come across with these type of innovative things, make sure that you revise them twice or thrice before you come to the session as a whole. And if at any point of time technologically you feel that there is a challenge, please call someone before the meeting so that the things are sorted out. That with a click, on the click of the color, if the picture would have come out, that has a separate excitement, isn't it? Toastmaster Amrish, uska maza kuch aur hai.
That was the idea only.
That was the idea, right?
And
That was
it
the
was
idea.
worked in that way, but not shared in screen.
Right. So but anyways, that's the उसी बात पे तो मजा है अमरीश जी, है ना? So anyways, VMC is our own club, so let's remember that we have this is the best platform to experiment, isn't it? I think we have done overall well. We'll take the reports quickly. So Toastmasters Shalu, can we have the timers report for the evaluation? For the evaluation, Shoure, right?
Yeah, Toastmaster Shurya took 3 minutes 30 seconds.
Wonderful.
And the rest of the, sir, I want to share one more thing.
Yeah.
Sergeant at Arms took 2 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmaster Seema as President took 3 minutes 40 seconds. Toastmaster Harsh as TMOD took 11 minutes 22 seconds. And General Evaluator DTM Satyadip Basu took 20 minutes 35 seconds.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Some more minutes to be added in my kitty because I'm moving to the second assignee, Toastmaster Pratiti, for the ARC counters report. Toastmaster Pratiti, please.
Thank you, Sir General Evaluator. Sergeant at Arms Krishnesh told 3 hours and no other repetition of words. President Madam Seema Ramesh 4 hours and 3 souls. The TMOD of the day, Harsh took took 2 souls, and then the General Evaluator Satyadip Sir told 2 souls and 2 likes. The timer Shalu Gupta, she said 2 hours, and then the grammarian Priyanka several hours, and the speaker one Anurag, he told speaker one Anurag took 3 hours, several hours, and that was it. And table topping master Amrish Bhuwania said several hours and 2 actually. Table topic, the second table topic, Anurag told 4 hours. And the next one, Ashutosh told 3 hours and 2 souls. And the last one, Krishnesh told 3 souls and 4 arms. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator of the day.
Thank you, Pratiti. We move to the last assignee, that's Priyanka for the grammarians report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Any cases, how many times word of the day has been used?
3.
4.
3.
Twice.
Okay.
4 times.
It's 3. Okay. And some good usages of grammars are, let me share the screen. Sorry. Okay. Whole word, can you see the screen?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Okay. So good usages of grammar are whole word under the synchronized planet. We have evolved from caveman. Roads of successful is painful. The climb is always difficult uh, to what is this? In order to see the beauty of the garden from the top, and what appears in the naked eyes is not always true. This is my report. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll just, before we wind up, I think I had taken up minutes, sorry, moments of truth in VMC in the month of August, I believe. And this was evaluated by Rohan Nag. I think Krish has a recording of that evaluation on that day. So I would request Krish to play that evaluation, because that would help me to complete one of the projects in level 4, managing online meetings. So Krish, if you're having that recording, can you please play that? Or if Rohan is there, Rohan can. Oh yeah, there's Rohan's video. Can you please play that? It's not quite audible, Krish. I don't know whether I cannot hear it or not. Everybody cannot hear it.
Even I can't hear.
Yeah, Sheetal, you'll have to share computer audio also. In share options, you will find a share screen as well as share computer audio.
Sir, just 1 minute wait. I will try.
Yeah, Krish, can you share it? Is it possible for you to share it?
Yes, I'm also trying.
Oh, achha. Okay, okay. Let's see if it doesn't work. We'll leave it. Yes, Priyanka, you can.
I still can't hear the audio. Can anyone else hear it?
No, I can't share the audio.
No, it's not audible.
It's not audible?
No, ma'am, it is not audible.
Actually, this is also not audible for me in WhatsApp.
Let me try one last time. No, I'm not able to do it either. I'm really sorry.
Okay, then we have to leave it there. We'll have to leave it there. No problem. We'll probably try and do it in a session where Rohan is present. That's all right. Anyways, let me hand this over back to Harsh. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, General Evaluator. Now, we have come to the end of our meeting. Now, after all this, you may say that you like to eat. So, precisely for the same reason, eat less. Then you will live long enough to eat. You say, I like sleeping. Precisely for the same reason, sleep less. You will live long enough to sleep. You say you want happiness. Then invest less time towards unwanted activities. You say you want to hit the top. Precisely for the same reason, invest enough time at the bottom to build the base. Then the base will sustain you at the top. My friends, I asked you a question in the beginning. What is extra? What do you mean by the word extra? Is it something that we want more, or it's something that we want less? Now, I want every one of you to rethink your answers and come to a conclusion. By wanting something more, we would want something else less. So both the options are equally right, but it is up to us how we apply this rule. With that, I'll take your leave, and I'll thank you everyone for being such a patient audience. And with this, I hand over the podium back to the stand-in president, Toastmaster Krish. Over to you, Krishnesh. Krishnesh? Hello?
Yes. Okay. Now the poll was on my window. That's why I couldn't unmute. Am I audible?
Yes, Krishnesh, you are audible.
Yep. Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh, for that wonderful session today. And I thank everyone here present. We all got an insight how to do our level 4 project, which is handling a difficult situation. That being said, please join us tomorrow. Again, we have a special session with Distinguished Toastmaster Rohan and Distinguished Toastmaster Shayak, who will be giving us valuable information about why virtual is the new normal and why Virtual Toastmasters is the place to be, can be inferred from that session. With that, I'd like to thank everyone again for being here. And okay, so and yes, we have to vote also. If you see the poll on your screen, please vote. And you must have got a chat. Yes, please vote, says the timer, Shalu. Thank you, Toastmaster Shalu, for reminding me and everyone that we have to vote. And since we have a meeting tomorrow, I would suggest let's declare the results of today's meeting, especially in the Toastmaster, in the category role players, as well as the table topics winners tomorrow, so that the president can announce it at the beginning of the meeting. With that, I'd like to close this session. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, Krish. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Satyadip Da, for joining in.
And we forgot our picture.
Okay.
Picture.
Yeah, has anyone?
Is everyone interested?
Yeah, why not? क्या बात कर रहे हो? Okay,
we see the
excellent.
poll and we have the results.
Yes, we have the results. Excellent. So the winner of the best role player. We have, oh my God, what a tie! 33% best tag role player category 1. All three of them got 33%. Fantastic. Good. No, this is too good to be true. Let our president Sima ma'am declare this. So okay, hey, video. Who's going to take the screenshot?
Harsh, can you please take the screenshot?
Yeah, just hold on.
Is everyone on camera mode? Oh my God, Chris is coming.
Okay, so I'm taking the screenshot. Just hold on. Yeah, done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Harsh, fantastic effort, man.
Thank you.
Good session. Amrish ji, don't worry about the technical glitches. हो जाएगा सब ठीक ठाक. Shaurya, thank you very much. Shaurya, thank you very much, boss. It means a lot for us to get a senior Toastmaster to evaluate these advanced.
And Shaurya is a very good evaluator.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Shaurya is a very, very good evaluator.
Just a question.
Thank you.
Senior
Thank you, Shaurya.
Yeah.
Chalo guys, I'll see you all tomorrow then.
Yeah, see you. Chalo. Bye.
Yes. Bye bye. Bye bye. Anurag. Anurag. चला गया. Anurag चला गया. चलो okay guys, bye bye. Seema ma'am, Shalu, thank you for trying here for that video. Thank you very much. Shitu, Shalu, दोनों thank you. हाँ, तुम दोनों बहुत try किए. Thank you very much.
Yes, अरे कुछ तो problem है. I don't know.
अरे नहीं चलेगा हाँ होता है ये सब चलेगा यार क्या
नहीं I was not able to do that. I don't know why.
हाँ वो ये अगर हो जाता ना तो अच्छा होता मगर ठीक है कोई बात नहीं तो फिर मैं
ठीक है
सतीश मिश्रा चले गए ना मीटिंग से
ओके
अरे रिकॉर्डिंग बंद करो रुको 1 मिनट रिकॉर्डिंग कोई बंद करो